Some viewers may find this disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
Christopher Stevens is charged with statutory rape and sodomy. A woman says the abuse occurred between her sophomore and senior year.
Here in our area, a man already accused of murder and kidnapping now faces more than 600 charges related to sexually abusing a teenager.
Police say Keith Bradshaw raped the victim repeatedly before kidnapping him. Russ Gadati's been following the story and joins us now with details. Russ.
And they are really disturbing details at that. Talking to the district attorney of Fayette County, he told me the accusations against Keith Bradshaw are some of the worst he's ever seen, and that Bradshaw's alleged victim lived in a prison of fear. Already facing charges of killing William Stewart III and kidnapping a 15-year-old in February of last year, Keith Bradshaw now faces more than 600 counts related to the rape and sexual assault of someone younger than the age of 16.
It was worse and, in my opinion, horrific.
Fayette County District Attorney Rich Bauer filing charges against Bradshaw after an investigation revealed a 32-year-old from Everson, PA, allegedly raped the teen over and over prior to the alleged killing of William Stewart III.
There was no escape. This young man went about it for about 3 months, 4 months at the minimum.
I'm sorry that you're under misimpression. Bradshaw denied any claims of abusing the victim in the past. Bauer told KDKA the young man is doing as well as can be expected given his ordeal.
It is very difficult for the young man, and then to express what happened, I think, is somewhat difficult.
Well, it's certainly understandable. Keith Bradshaw right now is in the Fayette County Jail. Remember, he is being held on that alleged murder charge from back in February of last year. His preliminary hearing on these charges, more than 600, is set for January 15th. Reporting live, Ross Gadati, KDKA News.
We're learning more about the violent, intense months inside a Sebastian County home this past year. That same home where a mother and her 2 children were found shot to death this week. Thank you for joining us here tonight at 10 o'clock on Lynched.
And I'm Doug Warner. Let's start with this week's gruesome discovery. 40-year-old Charity Bielas found shot to death along with 2 small children inside a home on 1st Street in the small Sebastian County town of Bonanza. Deputies and police made the discovery during a welfare check on December 3rd, yesterday. But so far, the sheriff's office has not said what led up to the shooting or if there was a possible suspect. Court documents over the past year revealed a lot about violence in that home in 2025. Charity Bielas' husband, 57-year-old Randall Scott Bielas, was arrested this past February, later pled guilty to domestic abuse in the 3rd degree. That plea came in October. It involved fines, strict judge's orders, but no clear indication of jail time. He was initially charged with aggravated assault involving choking a family member. That family member, his wife, Charity, it allegedly happened in front of their twin children, now 6 years old. Just weeks after his arrest, you see there, Charity filed for divorce, citing domestic abuse in the home. That was filed along with a protective order and demands of custody of their 2 young children. Well, Randall Scott Bielas counter-filed for divorce, lodging accusations at his wife and demanding custody. Their divorce was still not settled in the courts. Now, I have reached out to a family member, but have not heard back tonight. And again, just want to reiterate, the sheriff's office has not confirmed what type of homicide this is being investigated as, nor if they are looking for a suspect. We will, though, continue to follow this case closely.
Going to head to Henderson County now, where 3 people were arrested on drug charges in the early morning hours on Sunday after a traffic stop in the county. Let's go ahead and take a look at the details here on your screen. According to the Henderson County Sheriff's Office, investigators and a police dog carried out a search in the 1300 block of Pritchett Lane in Kemp for a wanted fugitive Saturday night around 11:39. During the search, 54-year-old Rodney Bryant of Kemp was taken into custody. Investigators found 2 large plastic baggies of suspected meth packaged for sale in Bryant's recreational vehicle, as well as a digital scale and other drug paraphernalia. Bryant was transported to the Henderson County Jail and booked on a charge of manufacture or delivery of a controlled substance and on an active parole warrant. Later, around 1:19 Sunday morning, investigators stopped a Kia sedan in the 1300 block of Pritchett Lane. They spoke with the driver, who identified himself as 25-year-old Creighton Williams of Athens. He told investigators he had been released from prison 7 weeks ago and was on parole for a drug offense. A front seat passenger was identified as 24-year-old Gabrielle Ward of Maybank. A police dog responded to the scene and alerted to drugs being present in the vehicle. Authorities searched the car and found a loaded gun and a large amount of suspected meth packaged and hidden in a dashboard compartment. Both were arrested and taken to the Henderson County Jail, where they were booked on the following charges on manufacture or delivery of a controlled substance. Williams was also charged with unlawful possession of a firearm by a felon. Of course, as soon as we learn any more information about these stories, we'll be sure to bring it to you here on East Texas Now and on our websites, KLTV and KTRE.com.
Hey, shut that door for me.
I would rather not touch my
Shut
car.
that door. I'll be more
I'm
happy.
letting you know that I'm recording,
give a
and
fuck
I'm
what
letting
you're
you
doing.
know that if you touch my car or my property, I will report you.
Call the fucking cops.
Okay, that's
Call them right
cool.
now, because I'm going to shut that door.
Okay.
I'm gonna shut it.
What's the problem with
Why are
going
you
around
holding
right
up fucking
here?
2 fucking parking spots?
How am I holding up 2 parking spots?
Well, your fucking door's open. This gentleman wants to park here, you stupid bitch.
Yeah, and there's multiple ways to
Why
come
are you
around.
in here fucking homeless ass rearranging all your bullshit?
Am I homeless or am I traveling?
Well, fucking apparent.
Am I taking a trip? or
Let
am
this
I
old man
homeless?
pull in here. Why are
We
you
can
being a
go
cunt?
around.
Why the fuck you being a cunt?
I'm being
You're
a
nothing more than a
cunt.
fucking cunt.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Fucking homeless fucking cunt.
Yep.
Hey, you know what the problem is? She's a fucking nigger. She thinks she can get away with everything.
He said I'm a fucking nigger.
Dude, there's been burglaries in here, and you're making people paranoid. Get the fuck out of here.
Wow.
Okay?
That's nice to know,
Get
man.
the fuck out.
Wow. This man trying to say I caused burglaries. Wow.
Where's your partners? Where's your partners?
So what?
Don't come close to me. Where's your partners?
Are you trying to hit me?
Motherfucker.
You trying to assault me, sir? Oh, he finna run me over. That boy not playing though. Chill, bro. I'm trying to leave. Could I go, bro? You gonna run me over, gang? He trying to run me over, folks. Let me get up out of here, man. Don't run me over, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Bro, this is comedy to me, folks. I ain't gonna lie. I'm trying to get up out of here, folks. They got 2 trucks following me. They ready to lynch me.
The big concern at the moment, and why I think South Africa is a big talking point in the US right now, is America in the next 20 years will become, for the first time in its history, a minority white country.
Well, that will be a very, very bad thing to happen. You want to see the US go down? Why? Oh, you don't like cars and electric cars, and you don't like technology, or what is it? You want to go back to the jungle, or?
If the US becomes a minority white country.
Yes.
So there's Latinas, there's blacks, there's people from all different races make up the majority, and then, you know, it could be 48% white people. Do you really think the US is doomed if it goes under?
Yes, it goes under then.
Seriously?
Yes, of course. You see, if you take South Africa, we have a small white population that projects the European culture, or what we learned from Europe.
And oppressed millions of black people.
No.
For decades.
How do you oppress? We gave them work, we fed them. They grew from a tiny little group into a massive group. That's not oppression, that's feeding them. Do you understand? You only grow big if you get fed. You only start at 800 and become 50 million if you get fed. We fed them, for crying out loud. You know, enough with this nonsense.
But so you understand, because the black population was so oppressed under apartheid.
Well, we never saw this oppression you're talking about.
You never saw it?
No, I never saw it.
Yeah, but because you're white.
The actual number of blacks who are committing murder is more than whites. Right. And whites are significantly greater.
60% compared to 13% of
Percentage of the population, yeah.
So if you take that, and then you took a law like Deuteronomy 21, which is a just law that God enacted through Moses. The law was that if you had a rebellious son, you have a child they're coming up into their manhood and they're rebellious, they don't listen. He lists some characteristics, and even though they're disciplined, they will not turn. He says the fathers to bring them out into the town square. This is a rebellious son, and then they stone him to death. They kill him.
And an armed robber would certainly be one of those.
Oh, absolutely. Armed robber, all the ghetto
violent
culture.
crimes.
Basically, take ghetto culture, it would describe this to a T. If you did that over 3 generations, how much violent crime would you have in the 3rd and 4th generation? Much, much less.
All right. Now, in this episode, we are going to look at some statistics regarding love or rejection related violence. This usually is narrowed down to individuals who commit violent acts due to lack of female interaction. Women are not attracted to them. Women do not want them. This is what forces people to become what are called incels. Okay? They are forcibly celibate because women are not attracted to them. And when it comes to Caucasian males, their fragility is so high that whenever a woman rejects them, they are highly likely to commit a violent act due to female rejection. Look at Elliot Rodgers. You remember how angry he was because he couldn't get a girl? This is the Caucasian fragility, Caucasian male fragility. I guarantee you, family, a lot of what they do and how they act is because they can't even get none. A lot of these white boys are cucks, virgins, and incels. Let's look at this.
And sadly, I've been alone for a very long time. I don't know why you girls are so repulsed by me. It doesn't make sense. I do everything I can to appear attractive to you. I dress nice. I'm sophisticated and magnificent. I have a nice car, BMW. These sunglasses here were $300. Giorgio Armani. So I'll put them on. See? I'm polite. I'm the ultimate gentleman. And yet, you girls never give me a chance. I don't know why. I'm 22 years old, and I've never had a girlfriend. I'm still a virgin. I've never had the pleasure of having sex with a girl, sleeping with a girl, kissing a girl. I've never even held a girl's hand. If you just give me a chance, and get to know me, you'll see that I am worthy of you. Because I am. Unbelievable. I can't enjoy anything else. My life is so lonely and mundane. I have no friends, no girlfriends, no love, no sex.
Nick, you are the only person with any influence standing up for incels. Everyone else continues to kick them when they've never left the ground. Life as a subhuman man is unbearable. Sincerely, thank you. God bless you.
So true. So true. Everyone hates the incels, but I'm one of you. I'm one of you, so I get it. I know what it's like to be an incel. I know what it's like to be overlooked in that way, to be hated, to be a subhuman, genetically inferior male. Like Eggy once said, like the Eggman said. So I get it. I'm with you. I'm with the incels. I'm with the black-pilled. I'm with the genetically inferior males. I'm with
Roy
you
Bourbon
guys.
07 cent $20.
Real incel. I'm a real incel. And you want to know why? Because I live an incel life. Okay? I live a completely incel life. You might see the TikToks. You might see women throwing themselves at me. You may see women saying, oh my gosh, she's so cute on Instagram. But if I met them in real life, they would say, this guy is an asshole. They would say, this guy's horrible. I would never. And that's how it's always been.
Just to clear up one of the many theories about you, I have no idea what the answer is and you haven't got to answer. But are you actually attracted to women?
I am attracted to women.
You're not gay?
No. But I will say that women are very difficult to be around.
Okay.
So there's that.
Have you ever had sex?
No, absolutely not.
Wow. Have you ever had sex?
No, absolutely not.
Wow. Says the guy who's never got laid. Wow.
That's the thing, though. You boomers, it's
you think
always
you're an
get
expert
laid,
in women,
free love.
given you've never got laid?
I'm not gay no more. I am delivered. I don't like men no more. I said I like women. Women. I said women. I'm not gay. I would not date a man. I would not carry a purse. I would not put on makeup. What it do? 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 Shawty, tell me what it do. What it do? What it do? Shawty, tell me what it do.
I mean, that's just true.
You think women want to have the shit beaten out of them, as you said?
Yeah, and it's very disturbing, but it's true.
Do you think your views on women might change if you actually ever had a relationship with one or had sex and actually had a proper relationship? I mean, people say the reason you're so angry about women is you're basically an incel.
Well, I'm not angry about it.
You sound very angry. You sound very, very angry about women. They get
I'm passionate. It's an issue
you're
I'm
not
passionate about.
You're sounding very bitter about women, as if women have done a terrible disservice to you. But when you don't have relationships, you don't have sex, when are they doing these terrible things to you that's made you so hateful towards women? I'm really curious. That all they do is fantasize about being raped and being beaten up. That's what they want. That they're annoying. That they get fat. That they get ugly. That's a misogynist. Now, you may not understand it because your knowledge of women is so incredibly tiny. But actually, you are the embodiment of a misogynist. It couldn't be clearer. And if I was in a way, you have the deep-rooted misogyny of some of the actual boomers I know. Yet here you are, 27 years old. And most of the current studies show that a lot of men are really disenfranchised from society, no longer have physical relationships with women if they've ever had them, never associate with women, and build up instinctively misogynist views about women. And I fear you're in that position. You're just a bit of a lonely guy who wants to get laid and can't for whatever reason.
Look at you scared now, you hoe. Scared like a little white pussy. Scared of the real man.
Shit to do with me, hey, that ain't got shit to do with me. That ain't got shit to do with me, hey, that ain't got shit to do with me.
So who would have ever thought that the whole reason for this individual, who is Nick Fuentes, by the way, if you don't know who he is very well known in these Nazi Aryan spaces, especially on Twitter, Rumble, and some of these other platforms. He always does these shows and talks about so-called black people, but bro, you ain't even got none before. You ain't never even been with no woman. You ain't even held hands with a woman. You have no understanding of what a woman is or what a woman wants or what a woman desires. And this is what I call white fragility. It is the fear of the black man. I see how they cower and they, you know what I'm saying, they squirm when I'm just in their presence. This is what they're not talking about. These are a bunch of weak, soft cucks, virgins, incels, beta males, everything in between. But let's look at a few statistics before we get back into the rest of this. I don't want to spend too long on this because I try not to keep these videos too long. Let's look at some information. All right, so for the first statistic, I am going to read from this article, which is entitled "The Connection of Accelerationism" by Priya Dekal at Youngstown State University. And this was published in 2024. Let's look at this information. So it says, a common belief with the contemporary manosphere is that the voices of women should be silenced through violence. Racist slurs, hate speech, and hate against women have escalated online. Some justify rape against uncooperative women, and in incel culture, those adopting this view are referred to as taking the RAPE pill. My. Let's keep reading. For instance, the Red Pill, a misogynist forum, was created in 2017 by Robert Fisher, a New Hampshire state representative. While online, Fisher had written that grape was not bad at all, because at least the grapist enjoyed it. And listen, I kid y'all not, these are the type of things that these Caucasoid individuals who are lonely and miserable because no women want them, this is exactly what they're talking about. As a matter of fact, I'll show you proof. But we're going to go ahead and finish this up before I get to that. So it says, in another post he wrote, feminists are obsessed with bags of grapes because we live in a bag of grape fantasy culture where feminists wish they were hot enough to be grapeable. Oh my goodness. I can't even read this, y'all. This is disgusting. Later, Robert resigned due to public pressure. It is evident that incel community escalate grape culture and violence as their saga and normalize it through random attacks. Now, I want to be clear that the incel community is not just white people. You've got all different types of men who fall into that fold. But it is mostly white men who are behind it. That's exactly why a lot of these attacks on women and this vengeance against women, right, is perpetuated by white males. They make up the majority of what is the incel community. Let me show you. So according to a 2022 study published in the Journal of Men's Studies, researchers found that the following self-reported ethnic breakdown among a sample of incel community members, white or Caucasian, makes up 53.6% of the incel community, black or African American 8.8%, then Asian 20.3%, Hispanic 7.3%, Middle Eastern 6.9%, and mixed or other groups 13.1%. All right, so Caucasians are, according to this report, the biggest members of this community. This is why their suicide rates are so high. This is exactly why they are going around, going to other countries and going after, you know, Asian women, Japanese women, and all these other women because their women don't want them. This is exactly why some people like Elliot Rodger go unalive a whole bunch of people because they can't get a girl. They don't know how to talk to no woman. They don't know how to come up to no woman. They don't know how to approach no woman. They don't know what it is to kiss no woman, to touch on a woman, to rub on a woman's butt. They don't know that. They don't know that simple, beautiful pleasure or what it is to be intimate with a woman. They do not know these basic things that a man is meant to do. So if we have the white race that has the highest numbers of falling into this category, that is very, very telling. And it's another reason why their birth rates are so low. Their men don't even know how to come up to a woman. White supremacy is a myth. Let's keep going. There is more that we can get into, but you know what? We barely scratched the surface. We're going to get into it in the next episode. I try to keep these episodes less than 30 minutes, so we're going to just finish this out, and I'll see y'all in the next episode.
Hey, Yekcyr.
Two boys, 9 and 6 years old, gunned down in a home along Bentwood Drive. Their alleged killer is their own mother, 32-year-old Tiffany Lucas.
There were two victims in the bedroom there covered in blood and a gun on the bed.
The brothers were transported to Norton Children's but died from their injuries. Their mom is in the Bullitt County Detention Center charged with 2 counts of murder. Court records show Lucas previously spent a month in jail for a drug possession conviction.
Whether you think it's mental illness, just pure evil, combination of both, whether it could be substance abuse, any combination thereof, pick your poison, none of it's good. The result is horrific.
Police say a neighbor went into the home and made the grisly discovery after finding the mother outside. Police say the young victims were half-brothers.
Now that the father of one of the victims is deceased, the father of one of the other victim is unknown. Whereabouts are unknown.
And an Ovalo man is now in the Taylor County Jail facing charges for drugs and bestiality. Hayden Hollingsworth was arrested today by the Taylor County Criminal Investigations Division and Patrol Division for second-degree felony delivery of a controlled substance to a minor and felony bestiality. He's now being held in the Taylor County Jail on a bond of $75,000. Taylor County Sheriff's Office says this case remains under active investigation, and they are encouraging anyone with any information related to this case to come forward and contact their office.
I bet you are.
I'm not.
What if I jumped out and took it from you?
You would die.
If I jumped out and took it from you. Oh, you got one? Yeah. I was just kidding.
Nah.
I was just kidding. I was just talking shit.
Thank you for watching. Don't forget you can support this channel by Cash App, $MalkiYah Music. Also be sure to check out the Patreon for uncensored documentaries, films, deep dives, and much more content that you won't find here on YouTube. Check out the merch store for the latest trip. And let me not forget to say, if you haven't already, subscribe and hit that like button and tap in with us. All praises to the Most High, Yahuwah, the highest. Shalom.